Wayne.
That's okay. All right.
You can, maybe next time we can see your face.
Oh, why not go back out and come back in?
Oh,
No, hold on for 1 sec.
Yeah.
Wayne, you see
Yeah.
where it says your name?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
okay. How can I get you there then? Because where there's a little square that says Wayne Ingle, and if you go to
I'm
the
getting
top,
I'm getting a square coming up here. It says, "Will you allow web Zoom to use your camera?"
yes,
that's it.
Yes.
So I'm going to say allow.
yes.
So I did that.
There you
There we
go.
go.
Oh, well, now I see a strange old guy up in the right hand corner.
That's Jim.
No, that's me. That's me. I can
Well,
see.
that's true.
I didn't comb my hair this morning.
Yes, you did. It looks calm.
Morning, Dan.
So what do I do with that now?
That's all we see. You want to adjust your screen.
Your screen. Bring it forward.
Or
And you-
Bring it forward.
move your
Oh.
webcam down to point at you. There you go.
Now, there you are.
There we are. There we are. Okay.
Good to go?
Good to
Oh,
go.
where's
Everybody?
Alex? Where's Alex?
Maybe he's not with us.
I don't see him yet. And Ed sent me an email. I think he sent it to the group that he wouldn't be able to attend because I didn't give him enough notice. But
Right,
to be honest with you,
you gave him a week's notice.
but I didn't send him the invite till today. I'd forgot until you reminded me, Jim. But I was also getting kickback on his email. So I sent him a voicemail this morning and he goes, I don't understand what the problem is. I'm getting your emails, but his server is sending me message back that my emails aren't going through.
Who's this?
Oh, is
Ed.
that right?
Ed.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You good
Yeah.
to go? We have a quorum? We got a quorum, right?
We do.
All right. So Paul sent out the agenda from the last meeting.
Yeah, aren't we having our lunch? I'm eating my.
I'm at Bettina's waiting for my lunch.
Well,
Again?
Paul is having his big Portuguese sausages coming.
Yeah, Alvis is delivering.
And
Yeah,
here
I'm
I thought Michael
Oh,
was,
you're there.
and I thought Michael was going to deliver everybody's lunch first.
Michael's at another restaurant.
Oh, is that right?
On Cannon and Catherine.
Oh, I see. You're spreading it around.
Pretty quiet here, so it's good.
Yeah.
Well, not good for them.
Sorry?
It's not good for them. That it's
Well,
quiet.
he just made some fresh chicken on the barbecue in the back, so try that.
Oh, that sounds good.
We were
You're not
there
working today, Michael.
I'm working. I'm just taking a break.
You're just taking a break. Okay.
we were there the other day, and he had the owner had made cheese on the weekend, so he brought out a tray of cheese for us to try.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
But what kind of cheese? I guess goat cheese with
goat cheese.
some kind of hot sauce on it.
Yeah.
Well, Milena, did you see the article in the Spectator the other day where the guy was proposing that with the growth in Burlington, that we should have
I sent you a message for
have an
Tuesday.
LRT driving down Fairview.
Okay.
No, I did
Available after
not.
1.
And I thought, oh, I met Milena. When she hears that, she'll move to
Is your
Burlington.
email or your voicemail or cell
Can you
phone?
guys hear me?
Yeah, I do.
I
Dan.
I pulled it up off. the-
How you doing, Dan?
I'm doing.
Sorry, bud.
I don't know what's going on with my camera.
I have some of them. But
Your camera's fine.
WSIB called me yesterday, and I had to.
That
pull a
looks
bunch
twice
of
the
stuff.
size.
You want? Can you see everybody?
Okay, I'll get stuff together. Okay.
I have no idea.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, I think
I
Dan
should've
needs
muted.
some assistance there.
My RSP guy just showed up. I canceled the lunch and he didn't get my message.
Why, what's wrong with all of these computers? Ed can't talk to you and you can't talk to Ed, and then your RSP guy can't talk
Well,
to
I forgot about this meeting and I planned a luncheon, so I sent him a text message, but he didn't get it.
But
you. Well, Paul, you know what? You need an executive assistant.
No,
Used to be called secretary.
looks good,
Well,
Michael.
it used to be, yeah. Well, it has to have a flashy name. We'll get a volunteer dedicated from we.
Careful, we'll have to find you for political comments.
No, that's not political. That's strictly business.
Well, Alex, my son,
It's not even my mother.
my son worked really hard on this project for we, and all this. He found these 75 people, and now he doesn't. I don't think they're going to get paid.
Yeah,
No.
because they pulled the funding.
Yeah, he put all that time in, and the Royal Bank just pulled out,
Yeah,
and somebody else, I can't remember who.
yeah. I think they've lost a lot of big sponsors.
Companies they were supporting, they're gone.
Hmm. I don't know. It's so complicated. So I don't know what it is, whether it's good, bad, or.
Well, it's ugly, whatever it is.
It's what?
It's ugly. I don't know if
I'm
it's
gonna
good,
tell you,
bad,
the
but it's
more-
definitely ugly.
The more people are left leaning, the bigger crooks they are. I guarantee you that. They pretend they're so left, and then they cheat the system. Ours the best.
$5 on Milena.
Hmm. For sure. So what else is happening in Hamilton, Paul? And Michael, you're down in the heart of everything.
I'm down at ground zero for sure. What's happening?
Whoops, pardon me.
What's happening downtown Hamilton?
Yeah.
Today we got 15 tents outside cops. I think there's only one sectional sofa today.
Oh, that.
Hello. Hi, Gene. Gene,
Well, at least they can separate it.
I'm at a Zoom meeting right at the moment.
Ridiculous.
Just happy to see Wade put pants on before he got on the Zoom meeting.
I guess we should start. As soon as
What?
Wayne comes back, we should start. Let's go.
We had a customer that was sitting on the patio last Saturday from late afternoon until close. He counted 18 times he was approached for a cigarette or for change while he sat on the patio.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
18 times.
Wow. Well, that's not good for business.
No.
Never mind. Yesterday, last night, I was someplace. Then I forgot my cell here, and on the way on King Street, because I go Wellington and around to get up, and this guy in a wheelchair with a cop to begging on the left. He was in the lane. He was already in the second lane. The traffic had to stop. He stopped the whole traffic with a cop begging. It's really bad. And they come and they block traffic, and it's terrible.
It's true.
I don't see that so much down here.
I'm surprised they don't get hit, to be honest with you.
It's really like and you know what? A lot of these people are on social system. They blow their money and then they back.
Well, that's unfortunately the situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like when I don't know whether they have it now. I think they've got rid of it somehow. But when you came off the Gardner Expressway to go north on, say, Shelburne or any of those, there was always a guy there when you were stopped at the traffic lights, and he'd be running up with his cup.
Oh yeah, they're still there. When the underpass,
Yeah,
yeah, they've actually got tents and shelters and stuff all built up on the other side of the road towards the train tracks. They
Oh,
live
is
right
that right? Is that right?
there. Yep. But we have rules, like laws in the books for panhandling, but all they can do is give them a ticket, and nobody has a permanent address, so they can ticket them all
And
day.
nobody ever pays the ticket, so
Oh.
why bother writing the ticket? And even if they have permanent address, they're not going to give it. So let's be realistic here.
True.
So we learn to live with it.
I don't know. Sounds like a political thing.
Oh, you can't say that word. $5 for for Paul.
I actually missed what he said, so maybe it's good.
I said it sounds like a political thing to try and fix.
It is political. It's always political.
It's all false news anyway. I see our buddy is he wants to postpone the election
Yeah.
at the latest.
Who
I think
wants
he's
to
trolling.
postpone
He's trying to get a conversation going on the mail-in voting.
Who wants to postpone election?
Trump
Oh,
wants to postpone it because he figures that it won't be honest if it's mail-in.
or whatever.
So that's the latest
The
anyway.
choices they have are not good. Anyway,
No.
they have two choices.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, let's get this meeting on the go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I'll
Okay.
close the door.
So what are we going to put the agenda up on the screen, or is it
Would you like
necessary?
that?
Well, try it just as an experiment. And if we don't like it, we can ask you to pull it down.
I already have my agenda printed.
Do you see it there?
Yes, I do. Okay, so we call it to order and we have established a quorum, and so that's fine. Now I can look at your smiling faces and at the agenda at the same time. So I don't have to get a creak in my neck. So approval of the agenda. Can we have somebody second it?
Oh,
Okay.
Paul,
Anybody want anything added? No?
no.
Okay. Okay, the minutes of the 12th of March meeting, anything, everybody got that? Did they read it? And if there's anything,
Nothing for me.
I think
Okay.
anything we discussed and decided is shot down anyway because of COVID. So,
Pretty much.
The only thing is that the last meeting, we talked about having some kind of a blues event on September 26th. So
Oh,
basically,
that's later. That's later. This is
What?
last meeting.
right?
12.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
probably the last meeting.
So, okay, so could I have a seconder for the minutes?
I'll do that.
Okay, Wayne. Boo, boo, boo. So no business arising except what you brought up, Michael, and we'll talk about that later.
Sure.
Is that okay? Secretary's report. Okay, so do you want to bring that up? Yeah, okay. Okay, so the foundation, money at the Hamilton Community Foundation, we got the status report, which I've noted here, the amount of money we have in it. We were able to fund the hospice, and they have confirmed that they did get the money from them. And we were able to fund this $5,200 from the school. And that leaves us, after funding all of those things, leaves us with, I think about $200 from this year's, which we probably won't bother with doing anything about that. Anybody want to comment on the Hamilton Foundation annual report?
I didn't see it.
Well, there. Showed it to you.
Where?
It's you
Just
can
go online.
you can just go online and read it. I think we did. They had they were about 6% ahead in January, and then of course the bottom fell out of everything, and they ended up the year with the deficit.
It's okay. It'll all come back anyway.
It'll all bounce back better than before, no doubt.
Jim,
Yes.
I want to ask you about your report. You say, I would recommend that we deposit the total with the Hamilton Community Foundation. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yes. We, a couple of years ago, when we invited the Hamilton Community Foundation into our realm, that the funds over time would be deposited with them. We were, because we were tied up with GICs at the Bank of Nova Scotia in the foundation, and they were non-negotiable until certain dates. And we also knew that we were going to get at some time the benefits from the Homer Ferris Trust. And that eventually came into the foundation. So the foundation, our foundation monies at the Bank of Nova Scotia is $95,401.70. And that incurs a service fee of $3 a month. So we're not making any money on that as it is. The docking is $3 a month. If we transfer that money out directly into the Hamilton Community Foundation, that would be consistent with the wishes of the club, which were expressed when we first put got the Hamilton Community Foundation involved. The reason we didn't transfer all of the monies to them there at that time was because it wasn't available to us because of the tie-ups with the GICs, and of course Gladys was still alive, so that funding wasn't there. Now that all of these things have come to pass and the monies are liquid, and we can either do that directly into the foundation or we can transfer it into our charities account. That would mean that the foundation, as we set it up originally, way back when, would be dormant. It would not have any funds in it. And I think that was generally what we wanted, because we didn't have the capacity to invest for the best returns. And that's why we picked the Hamilton Community Foundation. Now, some thoughts have been given to the fact that now that we're not able to raise funds as we normally have in the past, that $95,000 is available to us. Should we spend it all? Should we spend part of it, or should we keep it? And my personal feeling is that we should keep it, because it allows us to keep our original ideals alive. Once we spend it, it's gone. We don't have the ability to bring that up again. I talked to Rosie this morning about the fact of moving it out of the Bank of Nova Scotia and moving it out of our club foundation. And that's really not a problem, because in law and in the filings to CRA, we have one charitable account, which includes our foundation. So when the filings are made every year, it's the charity account, which includes the foundation. So that is not a problem.
Okay, Jim.
Yeah, sure.
Jim, my question is, if you're recommending that we move it into the Hamilton Community Foundation, which I kind of agree with, why would you move it into our charitable fund first? why not just move it right into the donation?
Yeah,
to-
we have two options. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do one or the other.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm suggesting into that, in case we want to move, in case we want to use some of that now, the fact we get it out of the Bank of Nova Scotia, we don't have any service charges on it. And if we move it into our charity account at the Royal Bank, we have direct control over it right there. We can send some of it to the Hamilton community people,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a discussion that we should have as to what we're going to do with that money.
Okay, I follow you now, yeah.
But it's $3 a month. You're only paying, mine, like the way I see is $3 a month. It's only because they send us a statement is probably what we're paying for.
They don't even send us a statement. I have to get on the telephone.
Okay, it's $36 a year.
Yeah, it's
not
not.
much.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. It's just not a big deal. I'm just stating the fact that it is there. So if we want to move it, we can. We don't have to. We can leave it at the Bank of Nova Scotia until we decide what we're going to do with it.
I feel we shouldn't move it right now. I don't know how other people feel. I think some of it should go in there and some of it we need to use this year. However, I think we should see how this current year we are in progress and make decisions next spring.
Is anybody else having troubles hearing?
Pardon?
No.
And
frozen,
move it
Michael.
in next spring before year end next year.
Yeah, I agree with Melina. We shouldn't be, either we leave it at the Scotia or we put it into our charitable account at the Royal. I do not recommend and will not support a penny going into the foundation
Okay.
until we figure out what's going on. We don't even know whether we'll have any available funds to raise next year. So we have to do this on a ongoing basis and review it until we feel comfortable that, oh yeah, we have enough money now, we can move it in there. But there's enough money in a foundation. We should be helping people that need money, and we should do it on whether it's a bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly basis, but we shouldn't be moving it, in my opinion, to the foundation.
Okay. We can have a, let's see, is that on the agenda bit? Where's my agenda again? Lost it.
So in other words, if we need to help out the hospice, we'll be able to help out the hospice or any other charity. I don't think we should be, we've got the money there. We can't raise any money right now, or if we do, it'll be minimal, but at least we have money and we can help out some charities.
Okay, so we have a, okay, so yeah, all right, I get,
If we were going to move any money, I wouldn't move more than 50,000.
okay, we don't have to move anything.
Okay, but that's my idea, not to move at all till we deal with it at the next, towards this
Yeah, but what's the
fiscal year.
difference if you move the whole thing into our charitable account? It's there, and then we don't need the Scotia account.
That's right.
Yeah,
Just move the whole thing in the charitable account, and then we make decisions.
Right.
Just
Okay,
make
that's
sure you
fair.
just make sure you guys have enough people at the Royal Bank on the books to be able to do that.
What do you
to
mean?
be able to, well, you guys have a bank meeting, right?
We have a meeting next week, and that's
Just
one
make
of the
sure
things
you have
I'm gonna
enough
bring up.
live people on the book, on the record to control that account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a couple charity funds, and the Royal Bank gets real stickler after the fact when the people pass away.
Yeah.
Scotia Bank and the TD, I switched things over in one day. Was 2 conversations, and they had one at the Royal Bank for the Scouts, and the guy passed away. It took us 6 months to get control of that account.
Yeah, but we do have the
How
account
many
already.
people were on the account, Paul?
4 deceased people.
Oh, my God. Okay. So when Jim and I meet with them on next Thursday, I guess we'll have to set it up as a, however, either or, and if we need a third person, because we're gonna remove Alex from there. We're gonna provide a direction for Alex now, because he's not active very much now, so. But we'll find out from the Royal how we need to set up the account. So we're setting everything up online, and we'll see about signatories regarding the account.
Yeah, should you have like 4 signatories and 2 out of 4, because sometimes somebody's not available and you can't deal with it? I just asking, that's all.
Well, if we go either or, then it doesn't matter. But if you go and, then it will matter.
Okay, I think we should go and. I mean,
And means that you have to have 2 signatures.
yes. And I
So
think it should be
what
2 up.
Melania is saying, then we need to add a third,
Yes.
because
And
if
is
you go
that part-
and one person can't sign, or something happens to that person out of the 2, then you're screwed.
No,
Yes.
but that's why I said, can you have like 4, 2 people sign up out of 4?
But you know, the problem is with 4, Melania, it gets, like you said,
3.
it gets sticky. The last time we did everything with the Royal Bank, with John Reedman, Alex, myself, it was absolute torture to go
Yeah,
through
Royal
that.
Bank is actually a
So I suggest if we're gonna add we'll add one more person. You know, we can decide whether it's the president or whoever the case may be, to add as a third person.
Okay, well, I think it should be changed it should be reviewed every year. And I think it should be the secretary, the treasurer, and the president. The president
You're still
changed,
talking 2 of 3 though.
what? But it may,
You're not talking 3 signatures. You're still talking 2 of 3.
no,
Yeah.
2 of 3.
Yes.
2 of 3.
So like right now, that's what we have now. Alex, myself, and Jim. And as long as there's 2 signatures on there,
So somebody
same-
has
at
to
at
replace,
the same time, Jim hasn't been there, Alex hasn't been there, and I've signed a check and it's gone through anyways.
Yeah, well, I was there years ago and was still the same one. Yeah,
Well,
so,
we'll find out more this Thursday on what's the best way to go about it.
okay.
We
A
have
third,
to add
a third
third
person
people.
can be added later on. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to happen this week.
That's right.
that's right. So, okay, so is it the consensus that we have 2 of 3?
I'm
Yes.
for,
Sounds good.
Sound okay?
Yeah.
2 of 3. Okay, so that's, all right. What else do we want to talk about? You're aware that the filing wasn't done by Rosie. She said she did. CRA says she didn't. She said she mailed it. Anyway, she's supposed to do it, refile it this week. I was talking to her yesterday. She phoned me yesterday. And I phoned her again yesterday, and we seem to agree that she's going to be able to do it this week. I'm on it on a daily basis now, and I'll make sure it either happens or it doesn't happen. And if it doesn't happen, then we'll have somebody else do it.
Are we paying her for this, Jim?
No, she's never. Well, last year, her company, because she's had a disagreement with the company. There's apparently one guy there who was really on our case. Anyway, they insisted that we pay something, so we did.
They billed us last year.
Yeah.
well, if this is like, I leave it as is, but if there's an issue, I have asked Rick to do it.
You can get that done.
He will file it for us for free.
Right.
What do you got?
Okay. So that's not
One of those is yours.
not going to be a problem. Okay. Dan, you got the invoice I sent you, or you got the invoice from the RI?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the invoice. We'll send out a check this Thursday when you're in.
Okay. So if you prepared the check, then we can sign it.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys what we paid,
They didn't say.
because for because they were chasing me for the money.
Who was?
We paid $565 to Henderson Fleischer
Yeah,
to do for the year before.
right. So we have paid them.
Yeah.
But Rosie has never charged us. She
No,
does-
it's her company, or the one she was with after she left it, or I don't know if she's still with them or
No,
not.
she has left them.
Okay,
She's still on an advisory basis with them, but she has officially left them.
okay.
Okay,
I guess that's why they billed us.
possibly.
What was the fee?
Possibly because it
Okay,
wasn't
so
filed through their books.
sorry, Milena.
It wasn't filed through their office, and that's why they didn't bill us.
I don't know.
Because that's the only way. They have software in there. She files it, they know it, they bill you.
That's right. If she had filed it separately at home, then it would have been different.
Yes.
No, anyway. Okay, how come I can't scroll this up?
That's because I have to scroll it up.
Oh, you're
I'm sharing the screen. You're not sharing the screen.
okay. I'm a nothing. Okay, now I came down and we discussed this before, that if we keep our $200 dues,
Okay.
instead of it going into the general account, it goes directly into the charities account. And you will get a tax receipt for that. Okay, do we understand that part? So you get a
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
tax receipt for that. I have basically looked at the general account, and without that, those funds coming in, with what money we have there and project there, we'd be okay. We don't need that. So it'll go into that, and we'll let you know how that can be done after we meet with the bank.
Okay.
So you want to scroll me up a bit more, Paul? Okay, that'll do.
Oh, for
Right.
stupid.
Right, so this last paragraph is just basically letting you know that Dan and I are going to the bank next week. We should be able to handle all our banking arrangements and have up-to-date knowledge as to how our bank accounts are, the same way as we do our personal accounts online. So it makes it a much more easier for us to do business, particularly in this COVID situation. So that's my report. Could I have a seconder?
I'll second it.
Oh, we'll all second it.
Well,
Now, Michael, as
Sure.
a tax guy, are we allowed to make a donation for $200?
I can't hear you.
Sorry, as a tax person, is it going to work okay if we make a $200 donation instead of dues 1 year?
Well, if it's going to the charity account,
yes,
Just checking.
there's no expenses against it, so you get the full 200, right?
that's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty, that's the one question I wanted to ask.
Also, I'm not a CPA, so I wouldn't depend on what I say.
Okay, all in favor?
Yes, I'm in favor.
Okay, done. Okay, next, Dan. Now, let me intercede here just for a minute. The financial statements for last year are not being presented because Alex and I are going over the charities account because we're out about $400, and I think it's stuff that I have carried forward incorrectly. I think I mentioned it about a year ago, and I never got around to it. So we're looking at it now. So at the next board meeting, which should be in 2 weeks, we present the accounts and the budget for next year. Okay, so do you have anything else, Dan?
No, we'll just, we'll just leave it till that, and we'll go over stuff then.
Sure. Okay, Michael?
Well, the last meeting we had, we discussed having a blues night on the 26th of September. So I just made Dan aware that we would review that at the end of August, see if it's even possible.
End of August. Okay,
Who knows?
yeah. That's down to 4, you're saying?
That's correct. And before.
Okay, nothing else?
I'm sorry?
Anything else?
Not really. I guess the future of the club. I mean, we discussed not talking about it for a year, but I feel like there's some energy with a couple new people and guests that have shown up even during COVID. But personally, I think the location is an issue too for attracting new people. I was wondering if we could take once things open up again, I'd like to go to the brewery on Nash Road and see if that's a potential location. If we were to have one meeting there and see what you guys think about it.
Sure.
It's in our footprint on Nash Road in Barton, and it's ground level access, lots of parking. There's no private room, but it's a big facility, and there's no reason why we couldn't have it in a corner, which might even be better than a separate room, because then people notice us that they are there anyway.
Worth looking at.
I think it's, I personally think it's easier to get people to come over for lunch at the brewery. The breweries are just a thing right now. But I mean, I'm not suggesting we make any decision, but if we could have one meeting over there and see what you guys think of it.
Okay. So we'll,
I'm all for that.
Me too.
So where is it? You say Barton and Nash?
It's, do you know the old CJ Mulholland factory?
Oh, okay, down that way.
Sure it is.
Okay, yeah.
So I thought maybe if I arranged when the governor is having his meeting at the end of August there, the last meeting for August, maybe I could arrange to have it there.
oh, yeah.
Like I say, there's parking right up at the door. It's one floor, easy access, and it's in our footprint, just north of Barton on Nash Road.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see the Legion open up in August. So we
Say?
probably.
Sorry?
I don't think we're going to have the Legion open up in August. So we should probably plan on finding that location. So I'd reach out and ask them myself. Give them a call and find out.
Okay, do you think the governor visit is going to be a physical one or a Zoom one?
Well, either way, we could have it there, right? And it certainly gives him an option to come if he wants. If I can let him know now that he's got 4 weeks notice.
And is that ground floor?
Ground floor, yeah.
Okay,
Big parking lot, very, very easy situation for everybody.
Well, let's give it a try then, Michael.
yeah. If we
Okay.
don't try things new, we never get moving forward.
Agree.
Okay, anybody to second that report?
Anybody going to a brewery, I'm all for it.
Okay, committee reports. I didn't detail them. Just anybody on it who has a committee responsibility to come up and say anything. So I've done mine. Paul, you had the investigation you did into this Ribfest potential has been extensive. You know, you've guided stuff along on it. Did anybody talk to the Stony Creek Club as a seriously about it after that meeting we had in the park?
Yes. Actually, we had 2 people from Stony Creek Club join the Zoom meeting I had on the Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
And I've been back and forth with them. I let them know that we weren't going to carry on with it. So they have all the information if they want to pick it up. And I actually gave them a few suggestions. Some of the people from the Peach Festival are actually running a drive-up pie meeting or pie drive-through and a jam drive-through. So I gave them
Okay.
some suggestions. I also gave them a link to a possible vendors.
Okay, so should we be doing anything, from an investigation point of view, at this time or in the short term, to see if this sort of thing is viable in our area? You have the police involved. You'd have of course, get a location involved first, and I think the location is the really important thing. If Eastgate are going to say, "Oh no, we don't want you involved on our lot," then that shoots that down.
I pretty much got a no from Eastgate. Confederation Park is under construction right now. They're building up the old trailer park down at the back.
Yeah.
So they weren't really interested in the events this summer. Mohawk College has come back to me on Wednesday or Tuesday morning and said that they aren't doing any outside vendor work this year. So maybe at least we have the contacts that we can maybe follow up in like next year type of thing.
Yeah, because I think it would be a next year thing. I don't think we could be able to get it in place in 2020. So I think it would be a next year thing. And then you look at the fact, do we want to do it in the spring because we have our gala thing, our dinner, which may be back on track, we don't know. Or would it be a fall thing? Of course, then Stony Creek have their Peach Festival. So you have to see what sort of space from a timeline.
And you have to check with the Rivers because they have a pretty tight schedule too.
Exactly.
There's, I think, 25 Rib Fests in Ontario now.
Wow.
So that's a lot of weekends that they're busy.
Yes, it is. So I don't know whether it is something in our future, but the fact that there is nothing in Hamilton, they have it in Burlington, they have it in Oakville, they have it in Waterdown. And as the fellows from Burlington said, they would have no problem with having one in Hamilton. In fact, that it highlights Rotary with the Rib Fest thing, which is good for everybody.
Yeah, so I haven't stopped looking for information. I'll dig back into it.
Okay.
Yes. I haven't given up on the idea. It just wasn't getting very good answers. So.
Yeah, and the fact that it's a COVID year and everybody has their challenges in that sort of thing, and they're probably not giving it serious consideration. But if we have some answers before we go into the new year, it will give us a bit of a head start.
Yep. So I'll keep working on it.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Could we have a seconder for Paul?
Sure, I'll second it.
Wayne? Any other reports? Yeah.
Well, social media, I really need to get some stories and input from you guys. I know nothing's going on in our club, but if you see something that we should promote as a Rotary.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Bounce Back Hamilton is a thing that's going on with businesses right now. And it's like a marketing campaign run by Minuteman Press in downtown Hamilton. And I think all Minuteman presses, but it's something we could show a promotion or show some support to, or even some of the events that are being run by other Rotaries, and that maybe we can get that out in social media. I've been promoting the Legion fish fry this afternoon from 4 till 7. So we went down and lined up at 4:30 last Thursday, and the lady was telling me that they're selling that out before 6 o'clock last 2 weeks, and they've been doubling their order every week.
Excellent.
And then they still sell out by 6:30. And there's a good lineup. It took me about 25 minutes
Yeah?
Yeah, it goes right out to the street. Social distancing 6 feet. Goes out into the parking lot and then down into back out onto the street. So little
Great.
things like that. If we can get some articles going, some stories, send them to me. I'll put them out as a Rotary message. Like, we need to get some good news out there, but at the same time, we need to get some traction going through our Facebook profile and on our website. Ed has an actual gentleman that's that he's been working with on a personal level, building him back up and getting him back up. And that individual's just finished a social media course, and he's looking for some experience and like to put a portfolio together. So Ed
Yeah.
just sent me an email on Tuesday about it, and he included the guy. So I'm going to reach out to him and have a conversation. Maybe he can give us a hand with that stuff.
So, Dan, are you involved in this Minuteman Press thing that we're talking about?
No.
No.
I just unfortunately can't be involved right now. Like I said, I've been seconded by the city on a special project, and it's just too much right now.
Sure. Anything else? Anything else on social media?
No.
Okay, just hold on. Okay, new business. Okay, banking resolution and change to an electronic function. So I want a motion that. Okay, the motion will read that the secretary and the treasurer is to attend at the bank and put in place a change to an electronic function in our accounts, and to update the signing authority to 2 persons out of 3, which would be the treasurer, the secretary, and the president being the 3.
Do they have a mechanism for 2 signatures electronically now, or is that something that we'd still have to do on check?
On check.
On checks. Yeah. I would say that, no, let me not guess. Let's see what the bank says. I think we would, for money to move out of the account, it has to be a check. Money deposited in the account doesn't have to be a check. You can deposit electronically. Right. For example, me being a Royal Bank customer, I can deposit money into either our general account or our charities account. If you have the ability in your bank to do the electronic transfer, what did they call it? There's some word.
That's right, EFT, electronic funds transfer.
Yeah, but there's a name. So you can transfer that. I don't know whether it has to go to an individual or whether you can do it into, but that sort of thing we line up we'll get at the bank.
Yeah, electronic transfer is, you need somebody, if you're sending, that's even corporation, you send it to somebody's email and they deposit, who has access to the account. That's how it works. So let's say
we can't do that because it's only one signatory.
You won't be able to do that because you have to have 2 signing officers on it. You can't transfer the funds.
Yeah.
No, you can't transfer out. You can't transfer out.
But you can accept. Well, let's say for
deposit.
I email you $200 my membership fee. Okay.
Yeah.
And you just go in, log in, and deposit in the. And let's say I send it to Dan Treasurer. I send it to him. He goes and deposits it in there.
Electronically.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a problem. It's where if we want to transfer it out.
No, you'd have to write a check.
That makes sense, yeah.
You have to write a check. I think that's a safeguard.
That is a safeguard, yes.
Yeah. I think, well, we'll get all this info with the banking guy.
Because what happens, that's what it said, because if somebody gets hold of stuff, that's how they steal funds.
If somebody what?
Gets hold or somehow and somebody makes a mistake, they can transfer funds out, and that's something
Right.
Right.
Yeah. But you can also get you can also set up notifications at the bank that you get an email if there is if there's a deposit in the account or if there's a withdrawal over certain amounts. You can set up notifications like that.
But you don't want transfer fund because once the money is gone, it's gone. You're not getting it back. It's gone.
Okay, so we'll get all this information. So could I have the agenda up there again? So can I have a mover for that?
I will move it.
Milena, and could I have a seconder?
Here.
Who's
Michael.
Michael? Okay, approval of the annual dues. I think we've already done that, $200.
Yes.
So who's going to?
I'll
Paul,
do that.
and who else? Paul and
Dan.
Milena. Okay. Okay. So could I'm going to propose a motion that the secretary and the president follow up to make sure that the 2019 taxes are filed properly. Could I have a?
Sounds good.
I'll second it.
Okay, whose motion is it? Michael. Okay, Zach and Michael. Okay, decisions on potential rib fest tabled.
Move to another meeting.
Okay, status of foundation already discussed.
Yes.
Other business,
Wish there was.
big silence. Doesn't
Hard
that sound?
silence.
Doesn't that
I
sound?
think you've covered pretty well everything.
Yeah.
There's no other business, so I'm suggesting that our next meeting, board meeting, be on the 13th of August.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. So, motion to adjourn.
yes,
That Wayne?
yeah.
We don't need a seconder. Okay. Good meeting, folks. Now I have to remember to put it all down in writing to translate it.
Just before you go, Jim, are you going to meet me here for next Thursday? Am I on?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
go together. All right.
So it's 11, and
11 o'clock
is
next
it going to be like a doctor's office that they're always late and
And you have to go with a mask.
yeah, I better bring my mask
Definitely better bring a mask.
and my shield. Yeah.
Don't wear your shield in the sun because you'll get burned.
Oh, is that well?
No, he won't because they give you umbrellas.
Okay. Anybody have any other funny stuff to talk about? No.
No.
Hey, we didn't see your lunch, Paul.
Oh, it's gone. You did not see me eating my lunch. You can watch it in the video. Oh, actually, I was probably sharing the screen when the report when I was eating it. It was very good. Nathan brought it in for me, and I devoured it.
Well, that was quick. That's for sure. So where did we? Now I talked to Alex yesterday. I don't know why he didn't get. Trouble is he has a computer in the basement and a computer upstairs. So and it doesn't. I don't know which is where, and he sometimes doesn't get his messages. Anyway, I'll be back to him so we can get our figures straightened out.
Okay, that sounds good.
Sound good?
Sounds- Well, it's a long weekend. I wish you all a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Same for you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. Happy week.
Happy week. V? Happy V?
Happy we said.
Hey,
Everybody.
I just,
That's political.
you know how we have events, like if you want to do like events,